Hi, I'm Ben Banasic, resident of Wollondilly Shire. I'm standing in Appin on the border of Campbelltown and Wollondilly Shire Council. Where I'm standing now, within 500 metres, AGL is proposing to build a gas-fired power station. It's going to be a 2-turbine gas-fired power plant at this stage, and it's clearly going to destroy this local, pristine environment. Behind me we have a waterway, and as we came up to this spot we crossed over another waterway. So there's clearly creeks running through this land. The gas-fired power plant, apart from destroying this local area, is going to have more of a detrimental effect to the residents of Wollondilly and Campbelltown. The wind through Sydney blows through Wollondilly. Basically what's going to happen is the gas-fired power plant is going to be behind me here, the wind's going to go up in the air, and every day it goes in a clockwise direction around Sydney and gets blown through all of Wollondilly, affecting Picton, Tarmore, Bargo, Appin, Wilton, as well as Oakdale. This gas power plant clearly has to be stopped. If you'd like to get involved in the campaign, please email me at ben, B-E-N-N, at banasic, banasik.com.au. Thank you.
Yes, hello. My name's David Hunt, and I've been working as a consulting engineer in the Wollondilly area for the last 30 years, based in Picton. My concerns are that we should be even considering to introduce another fossil fuel or any fossil fuel power plant into the Wollondilly region. There are a number of reasons for this, but the most important is the fact that it's well understood how the southwest airstream of polluted airs from Sydney's industrial area streams and is funneled through into our region before it swings around in the evenings, and that is bringing, well, it is obviously linked to the high levels of asthma sufferers we have in our region as well. So to introduce any more polluted air into this region does not seem very intelligent at all with another power plant. The other point about that is people are saying that a gas-fired power plant may not be as polluting, or is not as polluting as a coal-fired power plant, therefore they're saying that's the answer. But it may be an answer, an interim solution for power production in the future, but not within the Sydney Basin. So we have to look for alternatives if we're looking in the Sydney Basin. Thank you.
I should make it clear that the proposed power plant will be a peaking power station. Basically what that means is it backs up any base load power. Now, the technology that they're using for this gas-fired power station is old technology. It burns the gas once, turns the turbines once for that gas use, and then releases any used gas, and that's a lot more detrimental to the environment than new technology used for gas-fired power stations, where instead of releasing only after one use, it basically recycles it around the plant and spins the turbines more than once. Now this is more expensive to use, obviously, for the gas company, but it's a lot better for the environment. Now local residents will feel a bit of deja vu, I guess, in relation to this power plant, thinking that they've heard of this before, and it is true. The original plans were for a 4-turbine gas-fired power station, and they were actually withdrawn during the last New South Wales state government elections. The candidate for the Labor Party for the new seat of Wollondilly received a huge amount of media attention in relation to the issue because he was so vehemently opposed to the gas-fired power station. Now, a lot of residents voted him in on the mandate of being opposed to the power plant, and the plans were actually withdrawn during that last state government election. Now his government, which he represents and he was voted in, is seriously considering this. It's clearly unjust.
There's another alternative that we should be considering for our fuel power station, and that's a thermal solar power plant. We've been told for many years now by our politicians that a fossil fuel or nuclear is the only alternative that we can use for baseload power. It's been well understood, and it's been developed by an Australian scientist, David Mills, a thermal solar power plant which is using a system of mirrors, and it's been, a pilot plant's been operating in near Liddell Power Station for quite some time in Muswellbrook. Now this particular unit is capable of producing baseload power. It's been accepted and it's been developed further and is now being used in California to produce significant proportions, or it's just about completed to be used to produce significant proportion of California's baseload power. It's also being used, and a similar process is being used to power the whole of Cloncurry Township, which is a town in Western Queensland. So it's well understood that this particular form of generation is viable and could be used to power our peak load station, which is required in the Sydney Basin, or base load, whatever. But in any case, it certainly is a viable alternative to a gas-fired power plant.
Saber que era só pra você. É só eu sei quanto amor eu guardei sem saber que era só